My name is Quincy J. Allen. I'm a cross-genre author. I've actually been published under Wordfire Press, done some independent work, and I've got some work coming out with Baen. I'm here in Salt Lake City at FanX 2017, having a great time with the Bard's Tower booth. And here in a little bit, I'm going to be giving you some tips on both writing and branding. The first thing I want to talk about is that when you're getting started as an author, just the writing practice is always start small. I've seen a lot of authors just start out with their great big novel and then they get caught up in edititis or they can't finish the project. A good way to actually get your name out there and build up is to actually start with flash fiction, then go from flash fiction to longer fiction, which is, the equivalent of short fiction, 1,000 to 5,000 words. Start sending those out. You always want to have, as you write, you want to have works in progress, works that are being considered elsewhere. Start to build up your name. And essentially, once you start getting an acceptance ratio on the short fiction, what this is going to do is build up your confidence level. It'll actually help you build your craft. I always liken it to actually doing, like, I don't know if you've studied martial arts, but you start with these katas. They're real basic motions that you do to train your muscles. Writing short fiction is a good way to build up your writing muscles, right? And then ultimately, by the time you get to the writing novellas and novels, you've actually honed your craft enough to be able to complete those and actually come out the other end with really good prose. It's important to start small, build up everything, and then move on from there. Ultimately, we're business owners as authors. Whether you get picked up by HarperCollins, Tor, whomever, or you're going full independent author, we are business owners who have to maintain our own product, that's our writing, and then that means we also have to maintain our own brand. I've kind of taken things to the extreme in that my mohawk has been recognized now because of the position I put myself in across the country. People remember that. Find ways to brand yourself. Maybe it's how you dress. I actually wear kilts at the shows. But you want to work on your brand. People recognize you and your product by whatever your brand is. From the get-go, from the day you start writing, think about what your brand should be and maintain that for the duration of your career. What you're basically doing is, as you go to either conventions or sell more books, as you build fan base, they learn to recognize you by your brand. That means that they can tell from a mile away that it's your product. And if they like you and your product, once they see it, they'll come after it. It's as critical for authors as it is any other business endeavor. And that's the way to look at it. Wow, that is a wide angle.
Yeah, a nice shot.